you. I think that was actually harder than learning.
Got the pose, right?
Yeah, thanks.
It gets easier the second time around.
Does it? Well, we'll see.
That's what they say.
Okay, so no, I do actually want to say a few things. I want to thank people for coming. Brian, can I have that back? Thank you. I want to thank my parents for coming up and helping, and for actually instilling the idea of never being able to quit, even as much as I hated going to soccer practice. We were able to quit. My brother for coming. I wanted to thank him. I want to thank Rabbi Ram for continuing to inspire me weekly with his Drush on the Parsha, and for coming as well. I want to thank Rabbi Gary Ambrose. Where is he? Oh, he's there. He is. For learning with me every Sunday, a tremendous teacher. I want to thank Rabbi Gewurtz, who unexpectedly showed up. I don't mean to embarrass you, so thank you very much for everything you've done for me. Most importantly, I want to thank, there she is. I want to thank Tova, my wife. You know, it's funny, I was learning the morning of the hurricane came, I think, was something really interesting in the Gemara in Shabbos. And it said, I have to find it. Okay, so it says Ezehu Ashir, who is a rich person. So Amar Rabbi Akiva says, Kol sheyesh lo isha noa b'masim. Anybody who has a wife whose ways are pleasant. And I truly feel blessed. I feel wealthy beyond belief because I have someone who is noa b'masim. Actually, the Gemara continues, says something really interesting there. It says Amar Rabbi Yossi, who is a rich person, Kol sheyesh lo beis hakisei samuch l'shulchan. Interestingly, everybody, if you don't know the translation, who is a rich person? Anybody who has a bathroom that's in close proximity to his table. Truly, I am wealthy. On the other side of that wall is my bathroom. I tell you, Warren Buffett doesn't have it this good. His bathroom is way far away from his table. No, seriously though, Tova has. I mean, she actually. She inspires me without pushing me. It's amazing what Tova does for me. She is practically a single parent these days, and she's doing a great job with the kids. And she actually made the first phone call to Gary and said, "Hey Gary, would you learn with my husband?" And here we are, almost 2 years later, right? So wonderfully. So really, thank you, Tova. I also wanted to thank Chaim Weiss, but he's not here. I want to thank him because the day after the Siyum in August, he asked me, we were in davening in Beth Israel, and he's like, so did you go last night? And I'm like, no, I didn't go. And he looked at me like I had two heads. He's like, no? He couldn't believe it. I was like, no, I didn't go. And I got to thinking, why didn't I go? I didn't go because nobody likes to be confronted with their own shortcomings. To me, it's a tremendous plus for all Klal Yisrael that they celebrated the Siyum HaShas, but for me, it was celebrating someone else's accomplishment. It was something that I didn't do. So it was not an easy thing to reconcile, and I think, where was I going with that? Hang on a second. Oh. So no, right. So I got to thinking. So why didn't I go? Why couldn't I have gone? Why couldn't I have made the effort? You know, it's funny. Tova actually reminded me that I think it was 2005. We were only just married, and the previous Siyum HaShas, she says, "So do you want to go?" And I said, "I want to go next time, and I want to participate. Like I want to be part of it." And I tried. I think for a couple of weeks I tried learning it, and it didn't pan out. So I got to thinking this time, why not me? Is it because I don't have a yeshiva education? Is it because I have kids, I'm in school? But how about all those people who actually did do it? How about I don't know, let's say 50% of the people at the Siyum HaShas actually did it, which might have even been more. So what is that, 45,000 people went through all of Shas or did something close to it, made a Siyum of some sort? I'm sure they all have seriously stressful lives. They all have a tremendous amount going on. Some of them have 10 or 20 or 30 kids. You know, I only have two. So what was my excuse? And I got to thinking, there's something I learned in the Shmooze. Rabbi Schaefer says, and you guys can all find it online, Shmooze number 61. It's an amazing story. Listen to this. So it's about running. So he says the 4-minute mile for the long time has been considered the benchmark of athletic prowess. Right? Somebody who's able to run a mile in under 4 minutes it shows a lot about their ability, their agility, their speed, their strength, their perseverance. It's tremendous. But it wasn't always like that. In 1923, Paavo Nurmi of Finland ran a mile in 4 minutes and 10 seconds. It took 11 years before Glenn Cunningham dropped it down to 4 minutes and 6 seconds. And then another 11 years before Gunder Haag of Sweden ran a mile in 4 minutes and 1 second. And from there it stopped. Nobody could beat that. And they started positing all kinds of theories, like, well, you know, man's skeletal structure is all wrong, and his lung capacity is weak, and his wind resistance, and man just is not made for this type of speed. Interestingly, a guy named John Landy, an Australian guy, ran a mile in 4 minutes and 2 seconds, 4 times. And then in May 6, 1954, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. And within 46 days, the same guy, John Landy, who ran it 4 times in 4 minutes and 2 seconds, he did it. He broke it. In fact, he broke Roger Bannister's record. Within 1 year, 37 people did it. And within a year after that, 300 people broke the 4-minute mile. So what was it?
Drugs.
There it is. Blood doping.
A-Rod.
So what was it? You know, nothing changed. Their running gear didn't change. Their training didn't change. The only thing that changed was that somebody, one person, took something from the realm of the impossible and brought it to the realm of the possible. And from then on, it was history. I tried learning Dafyomi before, as I mentioned. I couldn't keep it up. But if I consider that how many people actually did it before me, you know, if they can do it, then surely I can do it. I feel like this is my 4-minute mile. It took me so long. I mean, I left yeshiva in 2002. And here it is 10 years later, and it took me 10 years to do this. I feel like it's my 4-minute mile. So maybe, God willing, we'll have many more to celebrate. Right, just to close, Chazal say over and over that Hashem created us for greatness, not for mediocrity. And Rabbi Schaefer says, if I may quote him one more time, he says, ultimately what prevents a person from achieving greatness is not a limit of capacity, it's not a limit of talent, it's a limit of belief. So may Hashem continue to inspire us in all our learning and to achieve greatness in our own right. Thank you for coming.
Amen.